last year, literally around like this date. It was like end of November-ish. So I think at the time I'm still in Amsterdam, or I was in Switzerland already. Maybe I was in Switzerland already. So usually in November, December, January, I go to Switzerland and do skiing and snowboarding. So I'm there just working on my channels, working on the coaching and everything. And I'm looking to some sports channels. And of course, everyone knows like a lot of these viral sports channels are super good, super evergreen. Like this channel called Rebound. I often use this channel as an example of how you can make your own sports channel and what you can do with it. So I'm looking at these viral sports channels, and I just saw that a specific kind of video was doing very well on these channels. And then I was also like, of course, these NBA channels tend to do very well. But I started searching for other sports channels that I could do in the same channel style as these bigger sports channels like Rebound and Hoopflix and Kickflix and all these channels. If you want to look them up, please do it, because it's a very good example of how good evergreen videos can be made, and also how to make very catchy hooks, intros, and like how to keep your engagement high. So the beauty about these channels is also that they are very focused on mass appeal audiences. So for example, Rebound makes a lot of videos about like the extreme rich lifestyle of a specific NBA star. Now, the beauty about this is that NBA fans want to watch this video because it's about a specific star that they maybe love. But if you are not an NBA fan, you can also be interested in a video like this, because you don't have to have knowledge about the sport just to watch a video about the rich lifestyle of a specific star, or the crimes that stars committed, or how one of the stars went from being super rich to homeless, or how he went from homeless to being super rich and becoming a star. These are like let's say, for example, if you make a news channel about the NBA, like I would never watch an NBA news channel because I'm not interested in NBA. But if you make so this is like, you basically make your range of your audience that you can reach smaller, because it's only for NBA fans. Now, if you make this channel about how he went from homeless to a star, this is something that can appeal to basically everyone in the world. So you make like your audience that you can apply to, you make it way bigger. So you want to focus, when you're looking for channels, on mass appeal channels like this, but still with like, for example, a fan base, or an engaged group of people that can become loyal fans of your channel. So I found this specific niche, I found this specific sport that I wanted to focus on. And then I just decided on starting this channel. And this was like around the end of November 22. So I literally upload my first video on this channel, and it immediately goes viral. So within a couple of days, weeks, it gets like 250,000 views already. And just the channel, like I had the watch hours, I had the subscribers, and I get to apply for monetization within like 25 days. I don't remember the exact like days because it's been a year, but it was within a month, and I passed the monetization process. And now we're like somewhere mid-December, end of December, nearing the end of December. So of course, I'm extremely hyped for the future of this channel. There was little to no competitors in this market yet. So this specific sport that I found, there wasn't a lot of competitors yet, but I was almost one-on-one mimicking the style from Rebound and from Hoopflix. So I knew that the topics I was making were very interesting in mass appeal, and people would like that. So the demand was high for this niche and channel. The supply was still very low. And that is where you get that viral effect of finding a niche that is high in demand, low in supply, and where you can like break through within the first month and just get viral videos very quickly, right? So now we are, I think this was around the end of December, start of January, some problems started occurring. So first of all, December, of course, especially the last 2 or 3 weeks of December is like holiday season, Christmas, New Year, you're a family, you're with friends, it's cold outside, you're just chilling. I wasn't very focused and dialed in. And on top of that, I was in Switzerland. So I was skiing a lot, doing a lot of snowboarding. My friends were visiting. I was with my family. So I wasn't very dialed in on focusing on growing and looking at the channels, and specifically this newer channel. So a big mistake what I was doing, like, first of all, I was using a pretty bad low quality team. So I was too lazy to like put in the works to find a high level script writer, voice actor, video editor. Back then, the voiceovers with AI weren't that good yet, like in November, December of last year. So, and also because of this was about the specific sports channel, I wanted to find a scriptwriter that was proficient in this sport and followed the sport. So at least the information I was sharing was accurate. But the team I was using at the time was not at all proficient in this sport. So the team was of low quality. The videos were pretty bad too. So I had trouble finding scriptwriters who actually knew the sport and made good scripts in this niche. Because yeah, it's pretty hard to find a specific like scriptwriter who is a good scriptwriter for YouTube and also watches this sport, right? So I was like, you know what? I just used this ready-made team. The views seem to be doing very well. I got like between like December, January, over 1 million views on the channel, which was like the second month of being live. RPM of this sports channel was like 4.5. So you can calculate what the revenue was that first month. So I was like, you know, it's all running smooth. I was getting negative comments about the quality of the videos, but I was like, you know, when my friends leave next week or in 2 weeks, or I get back home to Amsterdam, I will focus on making the quality way better. So I just let it slip. I upload some more videos. The views seem to be like consistently growing bigger and bigger and bigger. And then we got like to the end of January, February, and this is where the real disaster struck. So I was being a bit cocky around this channel. The quality was still low. I had no proper team in place, and I really had to like work on this, and I was planning to do so, but I was about to move to Bali coming February too. So I was also preparing the Bali trip, moving here, arranging all that stuff. So I had my apartment in Amsterdam rented out already. I lived in Amsterdam for the past 7 years. So I stayed in my mother's place for the last few weeks before I would move to Bali. This channel was doing all right. I was still getting momentum, was a bit up and down at this point. But, you know, the team was still pretty bad. I was still getting negative comments about the quality. And I was getting to a point where I really had to make some changes. But this was the moment where the real disaster struck. So close to my mother's place is this indoor swimming pool where I would go almost every other day just to like swim for an hour. Just get a workout in, right? They had a really nice sauna. They had like ice cold shower. So I would go swim, sauna, and then just do my daily workout. So I do my daily workout at one point, and then I'm in one of those changing rooms in a indoor pool, right? You probably know it's like the small changing rooms that you lock, and I'm like getting dressed. And the channel was doing well, so I wanted to get the YouTube Studio app on my phone and open it and check how the views in the past few days or in the morning like were progressing for this channel. And as I'm standing in this swimming pool booth, I'm like trying to load up my channel, but nothing was happening. So it wasn't loading. And when you click your channel icon, it was like gray. So I'm standing there. I was like, you know, usually the connection in here in the swimming pool is pretty bad. So it's probably just not loading because of connections issues, right? So I close it down. There was like nothing wrong, I thought. And then I move over to the grocery store, get some food, get some drinks. I load my channel up again. And I'm like, damn, it's like still not loading. Like maybe there is something wrong, right? So at this point, I started to like stress a little bit, like get a little bit scared, like maybe there's something wrong with this channel. Who knows what happens? So I get back home, and that is like where I got on my computer, and I saw that my channel got deleted. So I got emails like on the email address from this channel that it got deleted. And the reason for it being deleted was because it was linked to another channel that got deleted. So here's what happened. I was running another YouTube Shorts channel that I paid a freelancer, like a virtual assistant, like $5 or $10 a day for, to repost 10 YouTube Shorts that was about Joe Rogan clips on this Shorts channel. And this channel, within a span of like 4 or 5 months, grew to like 90,000 subscribers, was getting multiple millions of views every single month. It was not monetized, but it was growing so quick, and I didn't pay attention to this channel at all. So I just would pay this guy a couple dollars a day to repost 10 videos on there. And I just wanted to grow the channel and then at one point either sell it or monetize it through affiliate marketing or whatever, right? So I kind of forgot about this YouTube Shorts channels. But what happened is that a competitor YouTube Shorts channel that also was repurposing Joe Rogan clips, he gave me 70 strikes on 70 different videos claiming that I was taking his Joe Rogan content and repurposing it on my channel. But mind you that he was also repurposing Joe Rogan clips from the Joe Rogan main channel. So he was doing the same thing as I was doing, but he decided to manual strike all my videos, acting like it was his content. Now, as many of you might know, if you get 3 strikes on YouTube, you're out. So 3 strikes and your channel just gets deleted. So I got 70 strikes in like the span of 1 hour on this channel. I got like hundreds of email like, this guy strike your video. And my channel was just gone. So the short channel and the sports channel was just gone, deleted. I couldn't enter it anymore, so I couldn't appeal it anymore. I only could appeal the email where he gave this channel a copyright strike, basically, right? So the channels get deleted. I'm reaching out to YouTube support, explaining what happened. And then what the thing is, like, you can engage with YouTube chat support, but you can also send emails to the copyright division. So literally for the coming like month, 4 to 5 weeks, I'm just opening up this chat support, asking if they can help me. They are sending me to this email address from the copyright division. And then what would happen is this copyright division email would send me back to the chat support saying like, no, he can help you. And then the chat support was like, no, he can help you. He can help you. So I was getting sent back and forth, and there was like no movement whatsoever in like any signs of hope of getting this whole issue resolved. So the thing is with the copyright division, you have YouTube as a platform, but this whole copyright system is a legal system and entity in the US that is external from YouTube. So I was emailing them, telling them to fix it, and telling how this guy striked me for claiming I was using his content while he was also using someone else's content, which made no sense, right? So like 5 or 6 weeks go by, like they are just sending me in a loop and nothing is happening. I'm starting to lose like hope for these 2 channels ever getting back and me ever getting a proper response to it. And this is like around February is where I would move to Bali too. So we are like, I think around this time was just after I got to Bali. Support couldn't help me. This copyright department sent me an email like where I had to show all the videos that got strikes and explain why it wasn't legit of this guy striking me for it and explaining exactly what happened. So I sent those emails. It would always take like a full 4 or 5 days for them to reply to it. And basically I was like, this is going to take months for them to get back at me because it's like literally a legal procedure that they have to start, reaching out to the guy that gave me the strikes and reaching out to me and talking it over. So I was like, I just let it go. I'm done trying to get it back through like the support. And because it was just frustrating and it took too much time, right? So I moved on. And what I did was I was like, this channel took off so quick. It went viral so quick. I just start a new channel, like the sports channel that did so well, right? That I could monetize. And I just started uploading the same style of videos. And then the first month, again, it went viral super quickly. It got traction, it got monetized. But then shortly after, like this was, I think, February, April or March, the season of this sport, like the sports season ended. And then the views would just die off and it wouldn't really move anymore. I tried like for 1 more month to get it going, but it just didn't work. So I'm like, I'm done with this channel, this niche, this topic. Just let it go. Keep on running the other channels, keep on testing new channels and just move on with it. So I'm in Bali. I'm like, no more negative feelings. Just move on, let it go, be above it, and, just move on to more better things. So then around 7 or 8 months pass, and I'm like, this is around 2 weeks ago, right? Like 2 or 3 weeks ago. So I'm still in Bali, doing my thing, living my life, surfing, chilling with these friends that I told at the start, running the channels, running the coaching, running the school community. And I don't remember why, but I checked the Gmail account of this channel that got deleted. And I saw that this copyright department replied to one of my emails, or I saw an email of them and I replied like, yo, can you still look into this? I haven't heard back from you. And this basically ruins my channel. And I missed out on like X amount of dollars because of you guys not checking this and my channel being offline for 8 months, right? So I send him a reminder, and within a couple of days, I get a reply, super short reply, like, okay, we are looking into this issue again. So I'm like, well, okay, sure, like, do your thing, like, look into it again, right? So a couple days after this, or a week after this, I get an email from them again, where they're like, we looked into this issue, blah, blah, blah. Good news, you're probably getting your channels back. Or like they said something like in a trend of the strikes will be deleted from your main channel. So I'm like, good news, but still 8 months have passed. I don't know if this makes any difference and if I will actually get the channels back. I had like low expectations because I didn't want to get hyped again, and then with the risk of it not getting anything back. And even if I would get it back, like, would the channel still have momentum? Would I still get views? Because it was a fresh, pretty new channel, and 8 months passed. So I had no hopes yet. Now, this is like 2 weeks, like 10 days ago, where out of nowhere, like I woke up one morning, I checked my YouTube app on my phone, and I saw that the channels, like the logo of the channels was showing again. So I got the channels back, super unexpected. And I was like, good news, but still, even though I get them back, doesn't mean I get the momentum back, right? So I couldn't believe my eyes, started low expectation because it was a new channel, 8 months old. I mean, it wasn't online for 8 months. So the audience that I built up, the momentum that I built up, I was like, it's probably not coming back, right? So what I did, like on that new channel I started in the sports niche, when I started it, I bought some end screen promotion on big sports channels in that same niche. And I was still getting some views every single day from those promotions, because that was actually a fun fact. Like, usually these end screen promotions, you buy them for 1 week. But this one channel that I bought them from just forgot to delete my video from their end screens. So for a couple of months, I would just still get end screen views from their channel. So I was like, I had two choices at that moment. Like, I had two of the same sports channels in the same niche. One of them was like the initial channel that did the best, but got deleted for 8 months, and that had no traction at all. The other one started, had some traction, but then died off again, but was still getting views from the end screen promotion. And on top of that, in October, November, the sports season of all these sports starts again. So the momentum and the views were picking up too, which really helped, I think. So I decided that I deleted all the videos from the old initial channel and then uploaded them and scheduled them on this new channel. And then the second or third video that I uploaded, like immediately from the get-go, started getting momentum again, started doing super well. So it, like, the momentum was back. It went pretty viral. It's sitting at like 300,000 views plus right now. And from nothing, from this channel doing nothing for months, within the span of a week, the views shot up like to 50K a day. So like 100,000, like you have the 40-hour framework on the YouTube studio, right? So it was like sitting at a good 100,000 plus per 48 hours, which is 50K a day. And with the RPM of like 4.5 to 5, this would result in doing like $250 days for the past 2 weeks with this channel. So this went from starting, getting it deleted, starting again, losing traction, to then 8 months later, getting the channels back, giving it one last shot, just uploading it again, and then the momentum just being back again. And that is how the past 12 months went down for this particular channel. And yeah, I thought it was a pretty cool comeback story, and a cool story about how you shouldn't give up and keep trying, and having low expectations but high discipline to keep on working on stuff, keeping on trying on stuff, and not giving up after you hit some roadblocks or things don't go the way you thought it would be. And yeah, it's just a cool redemption story about how quickly also something can change because of one or two videos, right? Because if you get a couple of videos that get 100,000 to 500,000 views, your whole life basically can change from the revenue that you generate and the way it lifts up this whole channel. Yeah, so a lesson to myself, like, don't try to like circumvent YouTube with these YouTube Shorts channels where you repost garbage quality. Of course, I take ownership for the mistake I made, but still, this guy that gave me the strikes still is an asshole that should like be banned from YouTube in my eyes. But it was a good lesson. And then also focus on the quality of the videos, make sure your viewers really enjoy what you create and put out for them. And just like what I talk about a lot with these niches, like mimic what works and then give it your own twist in another niche, and don't reinvent the wheel. Do what is working for others and just try to make it a little bit better, or find a niche where it hasn't been done in before. And yeah, I hope you guys like the story. I hope it's motivating someone, and that gives you the discipline to push through and start your channel, and don't give up on your channels. And yeah, a lot can change in a short period of time, guys, if you find the right niche and make good videos and just don't stop testing niches and everything. That was the story, guys. I hope you like it. Lisa says more of the story. Find a good niche. Yeah, yeah, definitely, Lisa. Find a good niche. That's all there is to it. Yeah, so Guran said these sports videos like Kickflix have a lot of football clips or NBA clips from NBA. True, bro. And these sports associations can be very strict on copyright. So make sure to use voiceovers and get an editor to edit these clips together, because you don't want to get in copyright issues with them. How to acquire them? You just download, like, honestly, actually, I use editors who make these videos for me. I think they just download them from YouTube, man. But honestly, like, I don't even know. I think they just download them from YouTube. Dimitri says some good sauce here. Glad you liked it, bro. I hope it was inspiring. Lisa says, moral of the story, find a good niche. Yeah, guys, keep digging for good niches. That's it. Okay, Azan, in that case, did you face any issue with AdSense? Because I have faced a similar issue like this, but that affected my AdSense as well. So no, the channels got deleted. I got the strikes on, like, I think it was content ID claims or copyright strikes, but my AdSense didn't get affected and kept on running. So yeah, that should be maybe another issue, Azan. I'm not sure about that. Dimitri says good story. Where he says the problem for beginners, lol. What is the problem for beginners, why you? All right, guys. So that was the story with it, the Q&A at the start. I hope you guys really liked the story and it was inspiring. Make sure to go through the courses, go through the past group coaching replays, and just do your niche research. Get started with testing niches, because just like with those two channels I talked about, like literally both of them in the same niche, the first videos got over 200,000 views. So if you do find that good niche and make a good quality video that has mass appeal, but is still targeted at a specific group of a specific fan base or a specific interest, then you can get that viral growth very quickly. So yeah, get to it, guys, get to it. We passed to